Okay, DC Animated Universe picking out another movie, Justice League Doom. So for the best way to review Justice League Doom, of course, this will be rocking Justice League Jamie James. Now, this story is loosely based off the storyline Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel storyline essentially was Ra's al Ghul hacks Batman's computer, uses his protocols to defeat the Justice League. In this one, it's a little bit different because there's no Aquaman, and it's Vandal Savage as opposed to Ra's al Ghul. And a few of the protocols are a little bit different. You know, they did Wonder Woman, it's still about the same. In the comic, it was of course Kyle Rayner Green Lantern, and you also would have had Wally West as Flash, where in this one it's Barry Allen as Flash and Hal Jordan as Green Lantern. So they had to tweak some bits and pieces here and there. All in all, you know, they do get pretty easily defeated, which is what you would expect for this. And then that's when Vandal Savage tells what his giant plan is. And then they go into his small backstory. All in all, I'll say it's actually a really solid movie. I'd say this is probably still my second favorite one, because the Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, where I'm sorry, the conversation between Batman and Owlman is still absolutely fantastic. In this one, your Legion of Doom is Bane, Metallo, Star Sapphire, Cheetah, Mirror Master, and of course Vandal Savage. Yeah, pretty interesting way of doing it, and they do of course end it pretty close to the way they ended the Tower of Babel storyline. You know, all in all, I'll be honest, pretty solid one. It begins with a really nice fight with Batman and the League. Oh, I almost forgot that there's also Martian Manhunter and a villain Martian who, for the life of me, I have no idea how to pronounce his name. So it begins the fight against the Royal Flush Gang. You find that it actually ends up being a ruse, just that way they can hack Batman's computer. You know, if you want to see Batman getting beaten up by Bane, it happens quite a few times in this. And the way Bane decides to get rid of, or should I say, get rid of Batman in this one, is actually a pretty different way of doing it. In the comic, the way Ra's al Ghul took care of Batman was by threatening to throw his parents in the Lazarus chamber, therefore bringing him back to life. You know, it makes it seem really great. You have Kevin Conroy, Tim Daly, Nathan Fillion doing the voices of, you know, Batman, Superman, and Green Lantern. Absolutely fantastic job. You know, from the animated series, it's still almost impossible to get a better voice for Superman and Batman than they had in the animated series. That being said, really solid. I'll probably say this is my number 2 favorite next to Crisis on Two Earths.